What if I told you that just one money mistake you're making today could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime? Seriously, have you ever wondered why some people seem to get richer every year while others work harder but stay broke? Most of us were never taught how money actually works, not in school, not at home, and definitely not when we needed it the most. By the time we figure things out, we're already playing catch-up with debt, bad habits, and missed opportunities. In this video, I'm sharing 10 money lessons I desperately wish I learned when I was young. Lessons that could have saved me years of stress, bad decisions, and financial regret. These aren't textbook theories. These are real-world lessons used by financially smart Americans, investors, entrepreneurs, and everyday people building wealth quietly. And stick till the end, because the last lesson might completely change how you think about your future money and retirement. All right, let's jump into lesson number 1. Inflation is quietly stealing your money. Did you know that even if you never touch your money, it's still losing value every single day? Most people think money only disappears when they spend it. But here's the truth no one explains clearly. Inflation steals from you silently, without permission. Inflation means prices slowly rise over time. Groceries cost more, rent goes up, gas gets expensive. But your salary? It usually doesn't grow at the same speed. So when your money just sits in a savings account earning almost nothing, you're not being safe. You're actually losing purchasing power every year. In the United States, inflation is built into the system. It's expected. It's normal. And that's why financially educated Americans don't park all their money in cash. Imagine saving $20,000 and leaving it untouched for 10 years. On paper, the number stays the same, but in real life, that money buys less freedom, less security, and less comfort. Smart money management starts with understanding this rule. Cash is for emergencies, not for growth. Most experts recommend keeping 3 to 6 months of expenses in cash. That's your safety net. Everything beyond that should be working for you through investing, assets, or income-generating opportunities. And once you understand how inflation works, you'll realize something shocking. Not all debt is actually bad. That brings us directly to lesson number 2. Understand good debt versus bad debt. Debt isn't what keeps people poor. Using debt the wrong way does. Most Americans are taught one simple rule. All debt is bad. But wealthy people don't follow that rule at all. They separate debt into 2 categories, good debt and bad debt. Good debt helps you move forward. It can increase your income, skills, or long-term net worth. Think about things like education, a business loan, or a reasonable mortgage. Bad debt does the opposite. It funds short-term pleasure and long-term regret. Credit cards, buy now, pay later plans, and lifestyle debt fall into this category. Credit card interest rates in the U.S. often sit between 18% and 25%. That means if you carry a balance, you're not just paying for the product, you're paying the bank over and over again. That's how people stay stuck for years, even while earning decent money. A simple rule can change everything. If debt helps you earn more, it may be useful. If debt only helps you spend more, it's dangerous. Financially smart people don't avoid debt. They control it. They understand the cost of borrowing, the timeline, and the return. And once you start questioning traditional money systems like debt and banks, you'll naturally become curious about something bigger, a new form of money itself. Lesson number 3. Learn about cryptocurrency before it's too late. What if the future of money has already begun and most people are still pretending it doesn't exist? Cryptocurrency isn't just about quick profits or internet hype. At its core, it's about technology, ownership, and financial systems. When crypto first appeared, many people laughed at it, just like they laughed at the internet in the 1990s. Today, almost everything runs online. The biggest mistake people make with crypto isn't losing money. It's never learning how it works at all. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to trade. But understanding blockchain, digital assets, and decentralized finance gives you an edge. In the U.S., major institutions, banks, and companies are already exploring crypto technology. That alone tells you it's not going away. Financial literacy today isn't complete without basic crypto knowledge, because money itself is evolving.
And history shows one pattern clearly. Early learners benefit the most, even if they move slowly. You don't need to believe in every project, you just have to stay informed. And speaking of early advantages, there's one financial move where timing matters more than almost anything else. Lesson number 4. Start investing earlier than you think. Time can make you rich or make you regret waiting. Most people believe investing requires a lot of money. It doesn't. What it really requires is time. A 20-year-old investing small amounts consistently can outperform a 40-year-old investing large sums later. Why? Because of compound growth. When your money earns returns and those returns earn more returns, wealth grows quietly in the background. The biggest enemy of investing isn't market crashes, it's procrastination. People wait until they feel ready, but the truth is you'll never feel ready. Starting small is powerful. Consistency beats intensity, and time does the heavy lifting. In the US, long-term investors historically benefit from staying invested, not timing the market. You don't need perfection, you need participation. But investing isn't just about money, it starts with how you think. Which brings us to lesson number 5, the foundation of everything. Fix your money mindset. What if the real reason you're stuck financially isn't your income, but your beliefs? Most people don't realize this, but they carry money stories in their head every day. I'm bad with money. Rich people are lucky. I'll never earn more than this. These beliefs quietly control decisions, and decisions create results. If you believe money is scarce, you'll play defense, avoid risks, avoid learning, avoid growth. If you believe money is a tool, you'll think strategically, learn skills, invest, and ask better questions. Wealth doesn't start in your bank account. It starts with permission. Permission to believe improvement is possible. Once your mindset shifts, your behavior changes. You stop avoiding money conversations. You stop feeling intimidated by financial topics. And that's when real progress begins. Because once you're no longer afraid of money, you'll finally start talking about it. And that leads directly to lesson number 6.
Talk about money. It's not taboo. Silence is one of the most expensive money mistakes people make. In many families and cultures, talking about money feels uncomfortable. Salaries are secret, debt is hidden, financial mistakes are embarrassing. But here's the reality. People who talk about money learn faster. In the United States, financially successful people openly discuss income, investments, taxes, and career growth. They compare notes, they ask questions, they learn what's possible. When you don't talk about money, you stay uninformed. You don't know if you're underpaid. You don't know better investing options exist, and you repeat mistakes that others already learned from. Money conversations aren't about bragging, they're about education. People who talk about money are more likely to negotiate higher salaries, discover better investment strategies, avoid common financial traps. The more you normalize money discussions, the more confident and strategic you become. And confidence changes how you earn, save, and invest. Once you stop avoiding money conversations, you'll notice something else changing: how you think about spending. That brings us to lesson number 7. Think long-term, not short-term. Are you spending money to impress people today or to protect your future self? Most financial stress doesn't come from low income. It comes from short-term thinking. Impulse purchases feel good in the moment, but they quietly delay freedom. In the US, lifestyle inflation is one of the biggest wealth killers. As income rises, spending rises too, leaving people stuck at the same financial level for years. Financially smart people think differently. They ask one powerful question before spending. Will this still matter to me in 5 years? Short-term pleasure fades quickly. Long-term value compounds. That expensive dinner lasts one night. Skills, assets, and investments last decades. Most people don't overspend because they're irresponsible. They overspend because emotions drive decisions. Training yourself to pause, even briefly, before big purchases can completely change your financial future. And once you start thinking long-term, you'll realize the most valuable investment isn't stocks or real estate. It's you. Lesson number 8.
Invest in yourself first. Your income grows when you do. No investment pays higher long-term returns than improving your own skills. In today's economy, knowledge is leverage. Skills create income, and income creates options. Many people hesitate to spend money on learning, courses, tools, software, education, but spend freely on entertainment and distractions. That's backwards. In the U.S., people who invest in high-income skills often increase their earning power faster than traditional investments. Skills don't disappear during market crashes. They don't depend on interest rates. They travel with you anywhere. Reading, learning, and upgrading yourself is how average earners become high earners. The best part? You don't need permission to start. And once your income improves, the next smart move is learning how to keep more of it. Which leads us to lesson number 9. Buy second-hand and sell what you don't use. Why pay full price for things that lose value instantly? We're taught that buying new means success, but financially smart people focus on value, not appearances. Cars, electronics, furniture, tools, many lose a huge percentage of value the moment they're purchased. Buying second-hand isn't cheap behavior, it's strategic behavior. At the same time, most people are sitting on unused items worth real money. Old phones, unused equipment, clothes, gadgets. Selling what you don't use does two things: creates extra cash and forces intentional consumption. Smart money management isn't about deprivation, it's about efficiency. Every dollar saved or recovered is a dollar that can be invested or protected. And now we reach the final lesson, the one most people ignore until it's almost too late. Lesson number 10, plan your retirement now. No one is coming to save you later except you. Retirement feels far away until suddenly it isn't. In the U.S., relying only on government systems is risky. Inflation rises, healthcare costs increase, life gets more expensive. The earlier you plan, the more control you have. Retirement planning isn't about age, it's about freedom. Using retirement accounts, long-term investments, and passive income streams gives future you options. Even small contributions started early can make a massive difference decades later. The biggest regret retirees share is not starting sooner. Your future self is watching your decisions today. The question isn't, can I afford to plan for retirement? It's, can I afford not to? So, now I want to ask you, which money lesson hit you the hardest? Comment below. I read every single one. If this video helped you think differently about money, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss future videos. And if you want to take this even further, watch our next video, 8 most profitable AI businesses to start in 2026 for beginners. Your financial journey starts with knowledge, and you've already taken the first step. See you in the next video.